Shanna Ross Fitness. So when I was asking folks, what would you like for me to talk about? I had several clients say, you know, I hate eggs. I just don't like them. Give me something else to do for breakfast. So that's what we're going to do first. One of the easiest things you can do is make your own breakfast sausage. Why? Because it is a great source of protein, and remember, you need that first thing in the morning. It's extremely important to get that protein before you get out the door and headed into your day. So what I've done is I have gone to the market and bought organic ground pork. Why? Because if I go to a conventional grocery store and I buy sausage off the shelf, I'm going to be getting a lot of stuff in there that I really don't want. We've got added nitrites, added nitrates, MSG, chemicals, stuff you really can't pronounce. And there's always that natural flavoring in there, which is code for dead bugs. Seriously, Google it. It's gross. But hey, look at this. There's none of that in this beautiful ground pork. So, very simple. All we're going to do, take the pork. You know I'm a huge fan of Penzeys spices. I use them a lot in my cooking. Penzeys has this breakfast sausage seasoning. It is delicious. So the recipe on the back just simply says for a pound of ground pork, you take a tablespoon of the seasoning and mix it into your pork. Now, I'm a little sensitive to sodium. I don't really like a lot of it, so I actually take it down just a little bit. I don't put quite a tablespoon. But this is 1.5 pounds of ground pork, so a tablespoon is going to be great. So let's get this mixed up. Now, honestly, something that I do when I'm doing this is I take a look. If I can see the seasoning in there, then I know it's looking good. I really can't see that much of it, so I'm going to put a little more. What I want you guys to remember is, you know, recipes are there as a guide, but the more that you can live without them and start to cook by taste, by feel, the faster you'll be able to think of things to fix, the quicker it'll go, the better it'll taste, actually, because then you're making it for you. All right, that's looking pretty good. So I just took a piece of parchment paper. You can do anything you want. You can put it on a cutting board. Just put it on your counter if you want. Nobody's going to know. And I'm just going to smooth it out. Now, I don't want to pack it down real densely because that's going to make your sausage tough. Once you have it out, here's what I do. I take a biscuit cutter and just cut it out, make rounds. Do you have to do this? Of course not. You can just rip some off and form it into patties, but I don't know. Don't ask me why I do this. I just think it looks better, looks more appealing. It looks store-bought, y'all. So we have it all mixed up. Got our little rounds cut out. Don't they look cute? Just like you bought them from the store. So we're not going to eat all of these for breakfast at once unless you're feeding quite a few people. So how do you keep them? Take some plastic wrap, or you can take wax paper if you prefer. You're just going to cut off some strips. I usually eat 2 at a time. So we're going to take 2, fold it over, and tilt the ends in. Pack it ready to go for the freezer. How about that? Take it out, unroll it, throw it in your pan. So what would you combine with this? Well, one of my favorites is I take some steel cut oats or slow cooked oats if you don't have time to wait for steel cut. Make up some oatmeal. You can either put some berries. Now, a small handful, remember, we're not talking berries, just a small handful. Maybe a little bit of natural honey or some maple syrup. The other way I like to eat my oatmeal is to take about a tablespoon of almond butter and then put some blackstrap molasses in there, about a couple of teaspoons. It is a strong syrup, but it is very, very tasty. It is full of iron, very good for you. I urge you to try that. I think you'll like it. So I'm going to put these in the freezer, have them ready. when I don't want eggs for breakfast. Give it a try. I think you'll like it. Dink.